In this twist tutorial, you'll learn how to fold the open right triangle twist, which has this right triangle hole on the back, and you'll need a 8-fold single diagonal square grid to do that. Now this tutorial is part of the Summer of Twist series, which means if you're not familiar with this grid, you can go to the welcome video for the series to learn how to fold it, and you can go to training.gatheringfolds.com/summer to sign up for reminders for all 30 twists in the series. So let's start folding our open right triangle twist. What I'm going to do first is find the center of my paper, and I noticed that the center is a grid intersection with diagonals, and I'm going to outline one of these grid triangles. Next up, I'm going to extend the drawn outline in one direction, and these red lines are going to be mountain folds, and this is going to be a right-handed twist, which means that our valley folds are going to be right-handedly around, the parallel valley is going to be right-handedly around from the mountain, which places our valleys on the next grid line out. So that's next grid line in the same orientation, regardless of whether the spacing is the same on all 3 directions. So the horizontal and vertical will have the same spacing, the diagonal will be further apart. Now I will lift up all of my mountain folds as mountains and lay them over onto the valleys. And the paper is wanting to fight me a little bit. It's not wanting to lay completely flat yet, but we're going to press firmly down into the table at these places, so just outside of the places where the valley folds hit the next direction of mountain, which will be the corners of our twist. Then we can press from the top and fully squash our open right triangle twist. So then the shape that we outlined in the center is exactly the same shape that we see in the back. It's in a different orientation, but it's the same area and the same shape of triangle. So that's how to fold the twist. Let's take a look at what the crease pattern looks like. Or I should say it's how to fold a twist from a grid. Let's take a look at what the crease pattern looks like in an origami tessellation crease pattern. So in the crease pattern, we'll see these folds that we put in during the squash process. And we won't see the folds that get erased during the squash. So after we've squashed the twist, this whole central polygon is completely flat. No folds inside of it. But that's not how you set it up. And so being able to translate between what you see in the crease pattern, which is this giant triangle that's not on grid lines, and these mountains and valleys that are on grid lines, you can project those mountains in towards the center and see, are they all coming to the same point for a closed twist, or are they outlining a grid triangle for an open twist? That's the skill that you need in order to translate from the crease pattern to a grid that you're folding on. And let's take a look at the back side as well, because this is going to look slightly different with valleys around the central triangle instead of mountains. And if you see this pattern or this twist in this orientation, so with the valleys around the central polygon in a crease pattern, then you'll know that you need to flip to the other side so that you have mountains projecting in each corner. So that is what's going on with our open right triangle twist. If you want to learn more about this twist, definitely check out the longer tutorial where I show you how to use this twist in a larger repeating pattern. And there's also tessellation by tiles, my course on 24 different structures that you can use to fold and design origami tessellations, and open right triangle twists do feature prominently in that course. So happy folding, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.